Today's vlog is showing you around the family home. The home where we started YouTube. The place I've lived in for 12 years, I think. It's my parents' house, by the way. It's not my house. And I did ask on Instagram if you guys were okay with the fact that we have got boxes. It's a few things are missing. We're in the process of moving house. And originally I wanted to film all this before we started moving house, but at the same time couldn't start vlogging the home until I knew that the house was kind of going to sell, because we don't want to like show too much of our house. And I originally planned to have someone filming for me. I hoped that Ryan would be able to hold it with his Steadicam and like walk me through like MTV crib style, but that is not happening today. You are on a tripod, or the camera's on the tripod. It's not going to be as flash as I wanted, but I don't think that'll matter. So we'll start at the front of the house and we will work our way inside. So this is the front of our house. I can't actually show you the whole house. I wanted to be able to, but as I said, the house sale hasn't really completely gone through yet. As you can see probably by the windows and things, it's like an 1814 I think it was built, so it's a Georgian house. We had the windows replaced though, because they were in awful condition. The windows actually only got replaced recently, like when Amelia and Pete were living in the house and I was living in Farnham. It's like 2 years ago, and I can show you what we're facing right now. We are facing the most beautiful red brick wall with fruit trees on it, and it goes all the way down the road. You would have noticed these walls from our old YouTube videos if you were there then, or if you've stuck with us since then. So inside is, this bit's a porch, so this was obviously built on a little bit later. I won't show you the porch, there's not really anything to show you. It's like this big. We put our shoes in it. And then we go into the living room, so come on. So this is our living room. It's quite a big size. We probably haven't made the most of it with the sofas we've got. And originally I think, well, if it was me doing this now, I would have got like fitted shelves and like made some cupboards and stuff. But at the time it was a big project when my parents bought this house, and you could argue that they never had enough money to really do it up. So that's the front door. And then the, there's a fly. So here's the front door, and then here's the sofas and stuff. I think originally the staircase would have been here, and you would have walked up the staircase here to go upstairs, but they've turned the staircase the other way, which is a bit weird, but you know. By they, I don't mean my parents, I mean the people that we either bought the house from or the people before that. So as soon as you enter the front door, you're taken into the living room, and there's a door on the right. This is like our study. When me and Ryan lived with my parents here at the beginning, before we moved out and bought a house, we kind of treated it as a second living room. It had a sofa in there and stuff. Currently, and it's like got books, so I guess you could call it like a library, more like. Currently, it is full of boxes because we're moving house. So you can see inside, it's quite a big room, but it is full of boxes. So imagine it looking a bit tidier, well quite a lot tidier than that. Yeah, and we treated it as kind of like a second living room slash study, but now we have another study, so which we'll get onto in a bit. So yes, come on in. Way. Yeah, so as you can see, I'll show you the books and stuff, but here's another beautiful window that looks out onto the wall. There's just books, there's just boxes everywhere and books everywhere, and it's a bit of a junkyard in here. You'll probably actually recognise these bookshelves, although they're a bit more empty, because we used to use those as our back, like the back bit of some of our videos, and we used to have like Lego characters. In fact, we filmed most of our sit-down videos in this room for quite a while. We had like a computer, Mac, that was like on the ground there, me and Amelia, and so we'd like sit in front of it and film our YouTube videos. It was because this room no one actually came into, so when the rest of the family was around and my parents were around and my brother or other family was over, this room nobody really came into, so it was like our, kind of like our studio. We had big lights in here and things, but now it's a bit of a mess. So that door takes you to the living room, and it takes you through to the kitchen. We are in the kitchen now. The kitchen's quite like narrow, but it's opened up because, as you can see where that bit of art is there, that is like the dining room, and my parents like opened it up so it was a bit more of an open kitchen. So yeah, I think it's pretty standard. Ignore this, I don't know if you can see that. It's just a bit of broken glass that needs to be sent back, a glass jar. But yes, this is the kitchen. You can see that you are cooking and looking out to people that you're hosting. My parents didn't really host many people. I've probably hosted more people here than my parents have. I've had my friends over and stuff quite a lot. And I guess we host for the family. It's not like they have loads of dinner parties as such. But it came in handy when we had the whole family staying here during like the first, well, not the first lockdown, but like the second or third lockdown. All 8 of us were here. So yeah, this came in handy. And the dining table was like a really good size and stuff. So I'll show you that now. So this is the dining room. The lighting is horrendous because we have a skylight, so it makes me look really tired, but I'll stand here. Yeah, so it's a good sized table. We usually have different chairs as well, but we started to get rid of some. And then behind you is a door that takes you to our actual study, which we only recently done up, which you would have seen in an Instagram reel of mine. And then here is the doors to the garden. So there we go, those are the doors to the garden. And then straight ahead is the boot room / utility room, which I will take you to now. So this is where we do our tumble dryer, washing machine, like boiler. This is where I usually have like my click and grow plants growing. So starting off some of my veg and things, you would have seen that as well on Instagram. And then we have like a bench behind you and we hang up our coats. It's a pretty standard one, but it's pretty big. It used to be when we moved in just somewhere where people hung up their coats and their bikes, and it wasn't a utility room. And then my parents like made it into one. It's the same as design as like the kitchen. Originally, I think, I didn't show you off the kitchen where the toilet is. I'm not very good at this tour, am I? The thing is with this house is that it's very higgledy-piggledy, so all of this is like an extension, the dining room, and this utility room and the study that you haven't seen yet. It's all a extension that wasn't done by us, it was done like 25 years ago or something. And so it feels a bit higgledy-piggledy because there's loads of rooms that you have to walk through to get to the other rooms. But you actually, this is the main way that we actually enter the house, because this is where you take your boots off and stuff. So what shall I show you next? I will show you the garden at the end, but the window behind you that I've just shown, that like looks out into the garden, and in the dining room, the French doors open up into the garden as well, just so you get where the garden is. Obviously it's at the back of the house, but just so you know. And what I will do is I'll take you back through the kitchen and show you where our fridge is. That's an important thing, though I'm sure you know, because you watch my videos anyway. So we walk through the dining room, into the kitchen, and there is our fridge. This room is like super yellow. Our bins are there, that's the recycling bin and the normal bin. Yeah, the lighting's really yellow here, but you walk through here, and there's a cupboard just over here, which we like put crisps and stuff in. And then you walk through here to get to the bathroom. Here's the bathroom. That's a loud extractor fan. Nice big shower. It's all tiled, metro tiles. And it's super echoey in here because there isn't a window. Hence the extractor fan on every time the light turns on. But yeah, it's a lovely bathroom. And my parents kind of did this reasonably recently as well, like in the last few years, 3 years, 4 years. And the same time as the kitchen. We like it very much. Now, back to the kitchen. So now I'm going to show you upstairs. So the way we walk upstairs, the stairs are here. You wouldn't actually usually know they're here because this door usually closes. So when I have people over, the majority of the time no one, if they haven't been here before, they don't know where the stairs are, which is great for a house party when you're trying to keep everyone downstairs. I had quite a few house parties when I was younger, and it worked because nobody knew, like it just looked, because if you close that door and close that door, they just look like cupboard doors. So let's go upstairs. So we'll go to my bedroom first, my old bedroom. It's not my room anymore. The one that has the Coca-Cola light in, that was painted red and stuff like that. That is at the back of the house. So the bathrooms are there. It's a lovely bathroom, a nice bath. And my bedroom was here, / the room's still here, and my brother's is there. Here we are! It's got 2 windows, it's lovely and bright, but it doesn't have any blinds, so the neighbours could always see me when I got dressed. There's not a lot of storage, there is a lot of stuff under the bed, and then there is a chest of drawers here that we've used, and there's my Coca-Cola light. It has always been that way. I never had any room for my clothes. I used to use Amelia's wardrobe. She had like a built-in mirrored wardrobe. She did. It's not here anymore. And I used to use that all the time, which was good. Apart from when she'd just wear my clothes because she'd say if they're in her wardrobe, they're hers too. Crafty one, Amelia. Bed's there, 2 windows are there, and then chest of drawers is here, which I love, but they're so heavy and there's not enough space in them. So my clothes are currently in this now and under the bed in a plastic box. And then there's the Coca-Cola light, which I think a lot of you will know of. I just love it. I don't know, it's full of childhood memories, but also I just really like it. In fact, I should probably put it on. Ooh. Fun fact though, it actually came to us broken. This bit had smashed in the delivery. So we got it fixed and it just never looked the same. So Ryan said he'll get it redone again for me. I don't know why it doesn't look the same. It's not as bright or vibrant, which is a bit annoying, but I still like it. So opposite me, well, in between me is the bathroom, which I'll show you, and then opposite me is my brother's room. This is actually his room now, but he actually goes to uni in Farnham, so he stays there in a flat. But yeah, doesn't matter really. I don't know why I'm telling you who sleeps in which room. So I'll show you the bathroom, which is just next door, and then Henry's room is next door to that. I should have probably cleaned the sink a bit more, but you kind of get the vibe. Nice big bath, and it's kind of got like a French vintage feel, I think. This is the first thing my parents ever did up, and it was kind of as soon as we moved in, I think. The bathroom here was really gross beforehand. And then you can actually see a little bit of my brother's room, which he doesn't use anymore. It's not actually his room, but it used to be. Now it's just like a spare room. So I'll show you in here. Yeah, this is his room. It's actually got my old bed in, which is like smaller than a double bed. Not a double bed, but it's a lovely bed. I like it. I think it used to be my mum's when she was a kid. It's like an old French bed. And then here is where Henry used to hang up his clothes. He also had not that much clothes storage. And he used to use that in my room when I moved out. So he used that for his clothes as well. But yeah, so my mum made this. And this is where I hang up some of my clothes that need to be hung up. And this is where Ryan hangs up some of his clothes that needs to be hung up. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy because we never planned to be living here. We were only meant to be here for a few months, and then a few months turned into like 6 months or something. So that's why it feels like, why are your clothes everywhere? Why didn't you find storage? That's why, because we were planning to sell this house. So this is this end of the house, which is above like the dining room. So this is all an extension as well at some point. And then I will show you too. Oh no, this isn't above the dining room. This is above the kitchen. This is above the kitchen. And then I will show you to the front 2 bedrooms at the house, which is my mum's room and my sister's room, which have recently been renovated. We like sanded the floors, me and my mum and Ryan, and a bit my dad, and then painted like the walls and things. So they look a lot nicer now than they used to. This is my mum's room where Juno sleeps all the time. My parents aren't in here at the moment, they're away. And surprise, surprise, Juno is lying all over the bed, aren't you, Juno? Yeah, this room has got, I mean, the whole house has actually got really, really high ceilings. I don't know if you can quite see that on the rest of the house, but you can definitely see it in this room. It feels like a proper period property. The paint is a Neptune paint, I think. Yeah, its coverage was really well. We bought like 2 pots of it, and I think only 1 was used. To this side, there's like some wardrobes, some like old wardrobes, which my mum would change if she was living here forever, but they decided they were going to change them when they moved, and then decided actually not to. And I will show you the floor, because the floor was hard work. So let me show you the floor. Oh, also, this room has also got 2 windows because it's at the front of the house. These are the wardrobes, as you can kind of see what I mean. They like probably don't go with the style of the house, but they'd probably look really nice if you like painted them or something. Look at her just like falling asleep. I'm literally talking in front of the camera while she's here and she's just fallen asleep. Who even are you? Who even are you? Shall we go to our room? Should we go to our bedroom now? She's like, no mate, I'm staying here. So this was Amelia's room. It is now our bedroom, for now anyway. I can't even tell you how big this bedroom is. Amelia used to have some glass wardrobes that literally were fitted in all the way to kind of like here. I think it's here, oh no, here. And so it took up this much room, and me and my mum decided to just pull them out when we decided we were going to sell the house. So I think it looks so much better now. It is a massive room. This is a king size bed. You could fit super king. I don't know if you can get any bigger than a super king, but yeah, it's a big room. And under here is also some of mine and Ryan's kitchen stuff and all kinds, as well as my wedding shoes, because I wore them the other day. Yeah, we use the beds as storage because you've got to bear in mind that me and Ryan moved from a house to here, which was already furnished. So we have a whole house's worth of stuff hidden in this house, like as storage, because we didn't want to pay for storage. So yeah, so under each bed you'll find like plates and all kinds. But I love the size of this room. Yeah, it's a big old room, and I feel a bit bad for Amelia that she didn't quite get to experience the beauty of this room until she moved out. But saying that, I did offer to help her do it up, and she was not interested. I think she was preoccupied, to be fair, with trying to buy her own house. So, right, we'll go back downstairs and I will show you the garden. So there's a wall here, and through that gate takes you to where I have my vegetables, but it's also the drive of the house, at the side of the house. It's got like my veg truck in it, and I'm growing like my courgettes, my tomatoes and things like that. It actually doesn't look that pretty right now because we're in the process of like moving stuff. So this is the gate from the garden. And this is the door from the boot room, you know, the one that comes off the dining room with the washing machine, so the utility room, I guess. And this is, if you just turn to the right, this is where, yeah, I grow all my veg and things. It's like the corner of the drive, because if you turn, well, behind you, so opposite me, is where the car is, the big brick wall, and then we go around in a big circle. I'm not going to be able to show you actually inside the study. It's a really small room. I think it's like 1 metre by 2 metres or something like that. It's got a desk in it. It's where Ryan works. You're not really missing much. It's just that Ryan's got to work, and if I wait to record this video, it won't be out for you. And I just thought I just needed to get it done. So yeah, that was our house. I will talk a bit more inside because I'm worried about background noise. So that was a tour of the Mandeville family home, known as my parents' house. We absolutely love it. It's full of so many good memories, but what we wanted from a house has changed. And I mean, obviously what my parents want from a house has changed because they're buying a house with me and Ryan. But I think the need for more land, a bit more space to be able to have a few more parties. There's more of us now, you know, there's 5 of us and then there's partners. So that's 8 of us, let alone if we include any other family. And we just want more space for people to be able to stay and things like that. And I guess, yeah, we just changed. We've changed as people. So, it wasn't quite as snazzy of a vlog as I wanted it to be, or as a tour of the house. I wanted it to be a bit more like, here's some beautiful shots, and like, sell the house to you. Not that I feel like I need to sell it to you, but I just like to play around with cinematography at the moment. I say cinematography, I like playing around my camera, but someone referred to it as cinematography the other day and I thought it was a really nice compliment. I'm not quite saying goodbye to it yet. It's just that there is a big rush to complete houses because there's stamp duty, and so people don't know if they're going to complete and they want us out straight away, or whether they're going to have to wait a little bit longer, and it's all a bit of a race against time and we just don't know. So I thought I'd show you it anyway. For all you know, we could be here still in a month's time. But I don't think so. I think things are moving for us too, and I think maybe in a few weeks we will be inside the new house, if not sooner. We got our survey back and searches and everything's pretty alright. A few concerns sorted. So now we're just waiting for, I don't know what we're waiting for, so hopefully it should be quick. Bit of a weirder one, bit of a different one. You guys wanted to see it, I wanted to show you it. So yeah, this is the Mandeville household. Let me know what you think. Was it the same as what you thought? I don't know. I hope you enjoyed this video.